Hey everyone, it's been a while since I filmed, but we're back with some new makeup. I'm gonna be testing out some new things. I have the new Singe Beauty brushes. I have a bunch of Unearthly Cosmetics. I even have some Rare Beauty. I got one of the new Rare Beauty things that they recently launched. And I'm just gonna be trying some things out. I just want to do a fun makeup look. Let's get into it. So, recently I said to you that I wasn't buying from Unearthly Cosmetics right now because the shipping and the taxes and everything was just too much for me. But I have been listening to you guys because you've been yelling at me. Okay, not yelling, but you have been telling me that there is this website called Monolith EU, which I believe is like a Swiss website, and they sell indie brands, indie makeup without the high shipping and the taxes. I do believe that you have to spend at least 100 euros. I have to at least spend 100 euros and then I can get free shipping. Otherwise I pay 10 euros maybe, something like that. So it's nothing crazy, and I was just looking around. I was like, what is the thing? What are the things that I really wanted but didn't get because of the high shipping and the taxes? And then I stumbled across Unearthly Cosmetics and I knew that I wanted to buy some things because I have been so close to buying things from them over and over again. I have put things in my cart, looked at the amount of extra money I had to pay just for the shipping and kind of calculating the taxes, and I was like, you know what, I would love this, but it is just makeup and that would make it so much more expensive. So I took my chance and I bought some things that I have been eyeing forever and thought I was never going to buy. First up is the Warms My Blood palette, which I've been thinking that this color story looks amazing since I first saw them release this, and I believe this is kind of like the new packaging. They did different packaging before for Halloween, and the inside of this palette is very kind of sultry, smoky, but also warm and purple. It kind of feels like the more grounded version of the Lunar Beauty like Halloween palette part 2, like the witchy palette part 2. It's just a little bit more grounded, it's a little bit more edited, and I feel like the shimmers, I feel like there are some multi-chromes in there, some really interesting kind of like shifty shades, and just the whole look and the vibe of this palette just make me so excited. So I'm really happy that I am gonna be trying this one out. I do have to say the undertones, they are sometimes a bit hard to tell. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes what it's gonna be. I was still a little bit surprised when I got it in, but I think that I'm gonna do some really pretty looks with this, so I'm very excited. But I also got something I've been eyeing forever. I think I watched so many videos of this, and I have watched so many videos of this again and again, and I was thinking, should I buy it? But I felt like for the amount of products it just wasn't worth it. But I was really excited about this box because I actually could buy this knowing what was in it, because I don't really like surprises. I've bought, I think, 1 or 2 mystery boxes, but that's kind of where it ends for me, and I've kind of discovered that it's not for me because I just want to get what I really want, and if it's a mystery box you might get duplicates. Everything in this was new, so that was not the risk, but with other mystery boxes you can get duplicates, you can get things that you wouldn't use. So I was really excited that I could actually see this, and it was still in stock, but then I still didn't buy it. But now it was at Monolith, so I got the things. You've probably already seen it. I am way late with this, but we are gonna try some things from this box because I just thought that everything in here looked amazing. So this is the blush palette. Oh no, this is the eyeshadow palette. Okay, they look very similar. The eyeshadow palette, and this is very neutral purple, some reds, some pinks. It has kind of similar vibes to the Warms My Blood, but a little bit more soft, a little bit more subdued, a little bit more cute. It gives me a little bit of pastel-y vibes as well. I don't know if I'm gonna use this palette today because I'm really excited about the Warms My Blood, but I think I'm gonna do so many pretty looks with that. And then we have the actual blush palette. So when I saw this in the videos, I was so into it. I love glowy blushes, and here we have 3 shades, and they kind of like, they're sparkly but in a very, like, how would I call it? It's not like chunky glitter, I think, I hope, but we have kind of like a purpley mauve one, a bright pink one, and kind of like a more soft corally to gold one. They have these duochrome vibes. I think it looks really pretty. Should I just swatch them? Of course, a child is yelling. Okay, so this is the mauve one. It looks really, really nice. I love the duochrome vibes. Then the pink one and the warm toned one. Okay, that looks really good as well. I really like this selection of shades here. I can see myself wearing all of these. They are so cute. All right, and then we also have the lipsticks. I don't know if I still have them here in the order that they are in the palette, but these are the satin lipsticks, and I have one of these and I really loved it. But I thought, you know what, it's too expensive to get another one, but I really like this formula. This is a cool tone nude, like more of a neutral cool tone nude, which I really love. So I'm probably gonna wear that one, but the other shades are also like very nice. We have this shade, which is kind of like a darker mauve purple. I think it's such a cool shade. I hope this is gonna look good on me, otherwise I might give it to my sister. And then the last shade we have here, I believe is also cool tone nude, but a little bit deeper. This one also looks really good, very fall appropriate, but I think this is gonna be really nice. Okay, I've been talking for way too much. I've just been like so excited to show you these things. We're gonna zoom in, we're gonna do the look, we're gonna do the makeup. All right, so I have to apply some eye primer. I feel like my eyelids have gotten a little bit less oily, but we still cannot take any risks. Let's see what we're gonna do today. We have so many fun shades in here. I think I kind of want to go purple. I kind of want to just play with the purple shades. I'm going to start with this one. Maybe add a little bit of this one in. But definitely this is going to be the first crease shade. And then probably do something with Queen, Charms, maybe a little bit of Admiral's Arms. Looks good as well. But let's start with the purple. By the way, I have been using these Singe Beauty brushes for about a week now. I was planning to film with them a little bit earlier, but some things have been happening behind the scenes. I've been kind of preoccupied. I think it's been like over a week since I last filmed and uploaded something. I did upload some shorts, but not like long form content, but a lot has been going on behind the scenes. It's not really something I can talk about just yet. It's a little bit early to talk about. It's not work stuff, it's not channel stuff, but it's definitely gonna influence the channel a lot in a positive way, but it's gonna influence my life a lot. There was just a lot going on, so I sometimes feel like then it's a little bit much to do all the things that I already have to do in my life, and then also film. Even though I love filming with the space I'm in right now, it just feels sometimes like a bit of a hassle, and then I can't really manage it. So I took a little bit of a break to just take care of some things, but I've been trying out the brushes at least. I felt like then at least I can give you a little bit of an update once I film with them. And I have to say, I think that these are on their way to become my favorite brushes. And I had really high expectations from them, and I had really high hopes because I paid a lot of money for these. At this point, I kind of wish that Angelica was still living in Europe and I didn't have to pay the high shipping and the taxes for her brand, but it's just what it is sometimes. But these brushes, they are basically unlike anything I've ever tried because they have the grip and the grit and the precision and the... yeah, it's really like this almost grittiness, but not in a painful way, but in a like easy to apply eyeshadow way that usually synthetic brushes don't have. And my favorite brush for these, this one is dirty, but it's the Petite Crease by Zoeva, Luxe Petite Crease. And this is, I believe, like real hair, but it also has some downsides to it. For example, you can't really clean it in a color switch. And I love using a color switch. It's just so easy, convenient, and because of that you can wash your brushes less. It can annoy me a little bit sometimes when I have to just keep on washing my brushes after one use because I used a bright shade. By the way, I think I'm going into the shade... oh, how am I holding this? It is supposed to go like this. Okay, the shade Lestat. I don't know what that means. And I think I'm gonna take, let's use the EO1. I just used the EO2. I think this is my favorite shape because it's really precise, but it's kind of like this tapered shape, which makes it really easy to apply and blend, but in a very precise way, but not too precise, because I also have some brushes that I feel are too precise, a little bit too densely packed, which makes it kind of difficult to get the blend that you want. At least for me, it doesn't really blend how I want. But okay, I've been using these and I've been really enjoying them because they feel like really high quality. They are really nice shapes, really easy to use. They just work really well and I can easily clean them. It is just shapes as well that I didn't know I needed in my life. And I feel like one of the reasons why these brushes work really well for me is because Angelica and I have like similar types of eyes. Not in some ways, but in other ways we do, because I have a lot of lid space. And for example, this larger brush, the EO3, this one is really nice for me to apply lighter shades, kind of like as a base in the crease. I feel like for some people, I've seen that one being too big for some people, but for me, like, all these brushes really work, and I've kind of changed my mind about the brushes I really need and really want to use. I'm just really excited about these. I've been using only these Singe brushes since I got them and I have had no issues. I haven't felt like I was missing anything and they all just work really well, and I just love how soft they are, but at the same time I just really feel that control and like the grip that they have. They are not too soft, if you know what I mean, because sometimes I feel like brushes just don't really grab onto the product the way I want. And of course I'm a little bit biased because I am a big fan, but at the same time I'm also a little bit biased because I paid a lot of money, but I don't regret it. And I'm really excited what else we're gonna see. I'm really excited just what Singe is gonna come out with. I feel like we're not ready. We have no idea what is gonna happen. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with Charms in kind of like the outer corner, and then we're gonna do Queen all over the lid. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. Let's see. Okay, this is really cool because we have a very like purple to olive kind of duochrome. I hope you can kind of see it. It's really, really nice and really like smoky, sultry. And I love the sparkles. That's really cute. I think this is my second palette that I've tried from Unearthly, but first one I really enjoyed. And this is also going in the right direction. I really love the vibes, the color stories, the shimmers, the mattes. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Queen, which looks really cool and really icy, like a mint to a lilac. And also kind of like champagne yellow. This is definitely a multi-chrome. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that is so pretty. That is actually so pretty. This is such a pretty shade. This one also already kind of makes this palette worth it because it's just like liquid metal. This is like one of the most intense eyeshadow looks I have ever worn, and I'm not even done yet. I'm not even ready. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the shade Awaken in a corner, and then I'm just gonna do the purples on the lower lash line as well. I think, by the way, that this Immortality shade also looks really nice. Like all of these shimmers look so good. And I'm gonna take the brush EO1 and I'm gonna use that for the inner corner shade. I usually take a pencil brush for inner corner shades, but this also really works well. I've been really enjoying it. There's a lot going on, but these shades are just so pretty. With Unearthly Cosmetics, I always kind of wonder, like, how does she do it? How does she release so much? Like, how does it all work? Because she just keeps releasing amazing palettes, and I cannot imagine how hard the owner of Unearthly Cosmetics works. I cannot imagine. Okay, I just cleaned my brush a little bit and I'm just gonna take this part of the brush and see if I can apply shadow under my eyes with that, because I saw Angelica do that and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see if I liked it. And I'm just gonna take the purple shade again. Let's see. It does make it quite smoky. Like, it already blends it out. I don't mind it. I think it works quite well. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this because there is just so much going on here. I think I'm gonna be okay just leaving the eyeshadow like this. I've been going back and forth on the stick bronzer by Rare Beauty for months. I wasn't sure if it was really gonna be that good. With these kind of hyped product, is really either you totally get it, you get it in your hands, you try it and you're like, oh, I get the hype, or you're really disappointed because it was so hyped and it's just another cream bronzer, it's just another lipstick or whatever. And I feel like a lot of the time things do get a little bit overhyped, but then they came out with new shades in the stick bronzer, and I got the shade Bright Side, which is supposed to be kind of like a cool tone bronze, and I love cool tone shades. And so I caved. I finally got the bronzer. I am very curious to see if it is really that good. I just in the end, I just needed to know. I just needed to know what was going on. But there is a part of me that thinks that it's not gonna be that good. But sometimes it just is that good. So, okay, we're just gonna try it. I'm just gonna apply it. Let's see. I hope it's gonna be amazing. I just feel like sometimes a lot of people try something because it's new and then they love it, but then they kind of forget about all the products that are just as good. And I kind of always try to ask myself, but what if they had this or this product that is my favorite? Would they love it as much as this new product? And sometimes because of that, I kind of conclude that I don't need something. And I've been really loving the stick contour by Kiko Milano. I've been really using that one so much, and that kind of deterred me from buying this stick bronzer, because the Kiko Milano is so easy to blend. It's a beautiful shade, it's really affordable, easy for me to get. Alright. I have to say it's a really nice color, it's a really nice finish, and it blended out really easily. But is it like rocking my world? Is it changing my life? I don't know. It's not like so far, it's not like the Revolution cream bronzer. When I tried that one, I was, at least I believe this was the case. But when I tried the Revolution cream bronzer, I was like so impressed, like right away. It was not like nothing I'd ever tried. Alright, I do really like it. It's really easy to use. It looks really nice. But I still have to think a bit if I think that this is worth the hype that it gets. It's pretty though, it's pretty. It's just very overhyped. And by the way, it's starting to rain a little bit, so if you hear some background noises, then that is that. But we're just gonna continue. Let's see what I want to do for the blush. I am thinking maybe I want to try the purpley one. I think I'm gonna do it. I want to see how purple that actually gets on the cheeks. I'm gonna take not too much to start with. Doesn't pick up a lot on the brush, so let's see how pigmented this actually is. I love pigmented blushes, but not too pigmented. I still want a little bit of buildability. I don't want it to be streak of blush, but I also don't want something that I won't really see on the cheeks. Okay, that looks really nice. And not as scary as you would maybe think when swatching it, and I love that actually. It looks more wearable than I would think. That is really cute. For the other side, I'm just gonna take it a little bit more to start with, because I feel like you can take quite a bit on your brush without getting into trouble. I do see a subtle sparkle on the cheeks. It's a little bit more sparkly than I expected looking at them in the pan, but it's not something that's really like chunky, but there is definitely a sparkle visible on the cheeks. So be aware of that if you're still maybe thinking about buying this or not. I don't know if people still are, but I bought these things for me, at least the unearthly things, for the highlighter. I actually have been enjoying this highlighter a lot, and this blush as well. Since I did the video, this highlighter is super cute. And we're just gonna try it again. I'm not really making up my mind anymore because I've already worn this highlighter quite a bit, but I don't have a new highlighter, so we're just gonna be applying this one to finish up the look. I also did a short with these cheek products from the Beauty Roar collection if you want to see more of this palette. If you want to see the blush applied. Look at this highlighter. Just look at this highlighter. I know I have said this about so many Kiko highlighters, but it's just so cute. They just do the best highlighters. Just going over with my blush brush to kind of mix it all together. Alright, this so far is going very, very well. Alright, let's see what we want to do for the lips. We have 3 lip shades. Do I want to go full purple or the medium brown or the light cool tone brown? I'm kind of thinking let's just go for the purple. This is the one where I'm kind of like, is it gonna suit me? So now we're kind of gonna see if it does. I feel like the packaging has changed a little bit, but I'm not sure. This is what it looks like on the doe foot. I'm just gonna see. This is definitely a very vampy lip on me. Very, very vampy. It's also a bit much, of course, with the eyeshadow, but I do really like the color. It's a beautiful color. I think I just need a little bit more blush to kind of balance this out, to add some color back to my face. Okay, I'm just gonna finish the makeup. I'm gonna basically just do my brows off camera and then I'll be back with the finished look. Alright, so this is the finished look and I actually really love how everything came out. Like how everything matches is really, really nice. I think that all of the products today were like potential new favorites. I'm really, really into this look. I'm really into this whole thing. Let's go over the products I use really quickly. First up, the Warms My Blood palette. So far I'm really impressed. Really love the purples, really love the shimmers, really love the multi-chrome. I put it on the lid. I can't wait to do more looks with this. I am super impressed and yeah, I just love these shimmers. Then we have the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I really like it. It's a beautiful bronzer. It worked really well. The color was beautiful. It blended out beautifully. It was really creamy, but it just dried down like a non-transfer product. So I really like it. It's great. But at the same time, I don't know if it is that much better, if it is even better than my absolute favorite Kiko contour stick. I think they're pretty comparable. I think they're pretty similar. I think if I would apply both on each cheek, I wouldn't really, like, you wouldn't really be able to tell. So it's kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be good, but I didn't know if it was gonna be as life-changing for me as for other people. And I think now that I have it, I'm gonna be using it a lot because it's a really easy product to use. It's just very foolproof. I really like it. But I feel like if you're on the fence, if you don't know if you should buy this one, try the Kiko one if they have your shade, because this one has more shade. Try the Kiko one and just see what you think about that one, because that is kind of like the same thing as this one. And then we have the blush palette. I really love the blush. It's a little bit sparkly, but nothing I mind. I like the amount of pigmentation. Worked really well, blended out really well. The brushes weren't really new, but this is the first time I showed you them in a video and I'm really impressed. I really love them. I could see myself picking up another set, but I'm not gonna be picking this one up again without adding anything else in my cart. I want to pay shipping for multiple products. If it's possible, I would love that. So I'm gonna see if at some point Angelica is gonna come out with something else that I really like, and then I might throw in another set because I really, really like these. These are great. They are just, would I say it could be the perfect brush set, because I've tried so many brushes that were just okay or quite good but not yet there, but these are just like, all of them work. I use all of them, I really like them. I'm just really into those brushes. Then we have the highlighter from the Kiko face palette, which I've been using for a week basically. I really love it, I've been telling you in this video. And then the lip product, it feels a little bit tingly. I don't know what is going on, like slightly tingly, I don't know, but I really like the color. I think it looks really cool and vampy, like purpley, but still kind of berry, kind of toned down. I love the way it matches with my shirt. I didn't know this was gonna match so well, but I like it so far. But the tingliness, I don't know what that has to do with. It's not like burning, but it feels a little bit tingly. Okay, I'm glad that I got the chance to try all of these fun products on camera. I hope that I can do a bit of a live update soon. It's just a little bit too early, but I want you to know what you can kind of expect from me the coming few months. If everything goes to plan, a lot is gonna change, but I will keep you updated once I can. And then that's gonna be everything for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I will see you in my next one. Bye bye!